Greetings, parents. My name is Jennifer Henry, and I am your son or daughter's AP Language and Composition teacher. So I'm going to show you a few things. If you go to Dixie's website right here, and you scroll down to, on the search bar, down to students, and then that pops this search bar up, and you go to the very last thing, and it says teacher websites. This is an alphabetical listing of all of the teachers at Dixie. My name is Jennifer Henry, so you can click there. And there's nothing special about this website, and really it's only this first page here, but it gives a little bit of information about me and who I am. And on the left-hand side, you'll see my course schedule for the day. First period, I teach English 101, NKU College Writing. Second period, I have English 3 regular. And third period is my planning. Fourth period is English 3. And fifth period, which is the class that your child has with me, is AP Language and Composition. At the top center, you'll see that my email is there, the school's number with my extension 133, my office hours, which typically are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2:30 to 4, but I'm available by appointment. So if your son or daughter needs some extra tutoring or some help, or I'm certainly available by appointment. All of those elements to the left are active links. So if you click on those will take you directly to our Google Meet. Underneath my picture right there and to the right of it are my Google Classroom codes. So by now everyone's logged in, it's functioning properly. But if you as a parent would like to get added to your email, get added, and you get updates on missing work and elements like that, you can let me know. Just shoot me a quick email and I will add you to that. I did want to share with you, I just did a quick Google search. I know that we're all on varying levels of understanding for Google Classroom, but if you're at the very beginning of it and you're just kind of like, you seem in the dark about it, I just did a quick search, Parents Connect to Google Classroom tutorial. And I did watch through this first one and it seemed very helpful. It's only 4 minutes, but there are a host of others. I would encourage you to just kind of take a look, do a little bit of research, and just find out a bit more about the interface that your child is dealing with this year. And if you have any questions at all, reach out. I can't guarantee that I'll have the answer, but I can certainly try to find the answer. So yeah, I think there'll be some helpful information there. Let's see, sorry. So this is our digital learning syllabus that we gave to our students at the beginning of the year to kind of go over classroom expectations, policies, and procedures. So Mrs. Hannell and Mrs. Johnson and we are the Junior English 3 teaching team called an ILT. And there's a really good chance that throughout the upcoming trimesters, your student might actually go to one of the other 2 teachers for his or her AP language course. And I just want to kind of assure you that the ILT for AP Lang is lockstep. We do the same content. We teach it very similarly. We have the same goals and same outcomes. So just want to let you know right off the bat that there is a chance that your child won't have me next trimester or the following one, and that I'm going to be getting new students, but we are a team and we teach in a unified way. Just to clarify, the daily expectations are that your student arrives at class, which for our course, it's 5th period. So 5th period's 1:30 to 2:30, if you see there at the very bottom. That they show up, the expectation is that they show up at the very beginning of class and they stay until they've been instructed otherwise to do so. So it's very important in these times to stay as consistent as possible, and much is lost when your child doesn't show up. Okay. We are currently reading The Glass Castle. It's our first trimester nonfiction text that we're using to actually teach the essay type rhetorical analysis. So your child you may see him or her reading this book at home, and we're just 1/3 the way through it right now. But that is the crux of the nonfiction text work that we'll do during first trimester, in addition to supplemental texts throughout the trimester. Let's see. Attendance policy. Let's see. Grade breakdown. 70% of your child's grade is comprised of assessments. So that means essays or components of essays that we're counting as assessment grades, projects, tests, and quizzes. The daily assignments make up 30% of your student's grade. Now on the bottom right-hand side there, we included the AP scale range. So for example, when we're scoring essays, the highest score that in AP an essay can get is a 6. So we have a numeric breakdown there for what that would be represented as in Infinite Campus. So if your child got a 6 on an essay, that would be a 96 to 100 point range for Infinite Campus, since we don't want to put a 6 in Infinite Campus because it won't understand it. So I will say that I believe in second chances and revisions and learning from mistakes. So if a student comes to me with genuine concern that he or she did not meet his or her goals for a particular assignment and would like to use feedback to make modifications and to learn from what they did not do correctly the first time around, I am amenable to the idea of regrading and giving a second chance. I think that's how we learn. And so I just want to extend that now. I've told all my students this, and I just want to let you all know that as well. Now, to me, that's very different from someone who, let's say, hasn't done the work or hadn't tried and suddenly wants to try, but there's no work to really grow from because they didn't do it in the first place. That to me is different. So it is a case-by-case basis, but as a policy, generally, I am willing to extend grace and allow opportunity for revision, because we're all works in progress, and that's how we learn. Okay, let's see. Late work policy. After the first day, it's 10% loss of points. After the second day, it's 25%. And after the third day, it's 50%. Now, there are certainly extenuating circumstances and things that happen. I will say that this policy is rooted in with a heart for wanting to make sure that we get work on time. And there are lots of reasons for that. The main reason being that as a team, we scaffold assignments so that they build on one another. And if a student kind of, is in a rut and they're not doing assignments for a while, and then they do a big binging of work, they are not getting the benefit of having that material scaffolded for him or her. And likely the quality of the product and the learning is not as good as it would have been for sure if they would have done it all along the way. Additionally, and especially now, the assignments are right now, honestly, the only way that I know how your child is doing. I don't get verbal cues. I don't get hand raising in the way that I do in a classroom. So if I want to assess a student's understanding of something, I need to look at his or her work to see if they're understanding it. And I can tell, it's like a little detective. I can tell what they're having a problem with through their work. And if they're not turning it in, I can't assess that. So it's really, really important for a lot of reasons. So that's why we have this late work policy. It's not a gotcha. It is just to encourage students to stay on task and to get things in when they're supposed to. we keep things organized. There are a lot of, this is a year-long course. And so certainly organization is very helpful when we say, for example, pull something out that we talked about earlier in the year. So we've encouraged them to keep a virtual organizer. And if your child is gifted and talented, we will be servicing your child throughout the year to make sure that he or she gets challenged and that learns to the best of their ability. Now, I will explain that the AP test at the end of the year, in fact, if I can go to my Google Classroom, which I'll show you all this. So these are my courses. If I go to AP Language and Composition, this is my stream. So this is all of it announces when like classwork posts or any information that I have to explain. So let me take you to, so I'll remind and say, hey, you have a quiz coming up, or, well, I wanted to talk to you about the AP test. So the AP test is in May, and there is information on Google Classroom about how to sign up for it. And the sign up is, I think it's coming up, the due date. But if you look at this paragraph here, it says, while it depends on the post-secondary institution that you choose, generally a passing score on the AP Language and Composition exam will yield the following. If you earn a 3 out of a 5, that replaces English 101 College Writing. If you earn a 4 or a 5, that replaces both English 101 College Writing and English 102 Advanced College Writing. So it's definitely to your son or daughter's benefit to try to take the test. This year, thankfully, AP College Board is decided to waive the $40 cancellation or unused exam fee. So if your child decides, look, I just don't think I would test well, I don't even want to take it, and they've already paid for it, you've already paid for it, you will get your money back, not minus $40. It'd be the full refund. So really, it's definitely to your child's benefit to take this test. He or she has a good chance of passing, and it definitely would yield something very, very desirable, which is getting out of some college courses. And again, it does depend on which college your child would go to. It varies from state to state, and even within the state, there are different schools that accept different passing scores. But generally, it gets a student out of English 101. Okay, so let's see. One more thing. So we do have something called Pride. It is our intervention course. It's an embedded time within the school day, every day from Tuesday through Friday, where your student can get extra help. So your student can sign up for time with me, say if they want to get some one-on-one tutoring about an essay that they wrote, or if they want to get some help, preparing for a quiz that's upcoming. That is a time embedded in the school day that this year so far, until further notice, it is going to be done through Google Meet. But we did it all last year. It was very, very, as teachers, we loved it because it was a way to really close the gap for students who needed that extra help. And it was embedded in the school day. All those students, especially your children, they're probably, involved in something after school. And so there isn't extra time. So this kind of takes that burden off. Okay, so I've gone over a lot of information. I hope to meet you in person someday. And I cannot wait to meet your child. And I'm just thrilled to have your son or daughter in class. And I'm ready to get back in motion and get into the swing of things in the physical classroom to the best of our ability. And please let me know if you have any questions, and take care.